Lovely. So we're gonna start sitting down with the legs crossed. We can sit like this. Before we start moving, find your sit bones so you can sit nice and tall in your sit bones. So when you find your sit bones, lengthen your spine so you're sitting nice and tall. If this position doesn't work for you, you can keep your legs in front of you, okay? Relax your arms anywhere that feels good for you, so don't worry much about your arms, just sitting tall. Close your eyes for a few seconds and take deep breaths. We're going to inhale through your nose, nice and deep. And then exhale through your nose or through your mouth. Every time you inhale, notice your rib cage. So bring awareness to your body as you breathe. Rib cage expanding in all directions when you inhale. And rib cage gets smaller towards the center of your body as you exhale. And the same for your belly muscles. So don't hold your belly muscles. Let them free to move every time you breathe. Just one more deep breath. We're going to start moving. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring your chin down to your chest, stretching the back of your neck very gentle. We don't want to pull it, just gentle. And then we're going to go for circles. You can do 2 circles on the same way. But again, be gentle to your neck and go slow. So we're going to do 2 circles to the right, 2 circles to the left. Remember to reverse after 2 circles. And then when you finish, just find the center, come back to the middle. Right, and then you're gonna have your hands on the floor, probably on your mat on the floor, because you're gonna go a little bit side to side. If you're gonna change your position, sit like me, go ahead. One hand on the floor, let's say your right hand on the floor, bring your left arm up and over. Okay, can you soften your right elbow so your shoulder drops a little bit? But keep your both sit bones, so both sit bones are still touching the floor. We're not lifting, come up, okay? So sit bones on the floor, elbow soft, top arm reaching. And can you breathe? Can you send the air towards the left side of your body? Right, come back. We're gonna do the same on the other side. Hand on the floor, left hand on the floor, right arm up and over. Soften the elbow so your shoulder comes down a little bit. And then both sit bones still touch the floor. Now you're breathing towards the right side. So notice your ribs every time you move, you breathe. Right, push the floor, come back. You're gonna keep it going, but now a little bit more in a flow. So towards one side, come back to center on your own time. Hand on the floor, soften the elbow. The other arm goes up and over. And enjoy this stretch. Use your breath the way you want to. Just use your breath to move. Keep your eyes gaze forward so you're not dropping your head, okay? So your spine is nice and tall and you're doing some side bending on the spine. You can do your last one. And then just come back to the center and you can circle with your shoulders. Good. Now I'm going to bring the legs in front of you. Legs can be parallel to each other. And again, sitting on the sit bones. If you cannot sit nice and tall, bend a little bit your knees. What is fine, okay? I just want your spine to be nice and tall right now. Arms in front of you. Imagine there's a big ball in your lap. We don't want to squeeze the ball. We're going over the ball, forwards. Breathing in to prepare. When you exhale, now reach the arms forwards towards the wall without squeezing the ball. Spine stretch. And return. Nice and tall. Release your neck and your shoulders. Take a breath. As you exhale, drop your head. Reach the arms forwards. The arms are parallel at the floor. Breathing, come back. Nice and tall. Relax the neck. One more. As you exhale, reach forward. Your shoulder blades apart, away from each other. And then return, release your arms. Good. Right. You can bring your hands just behind you. Legs will stay straight or a little bit bent. We're going to work on your hips a little bit, okay? So let's bring both toes or your feet towards each other. So we're going to do a little internal rotation for the hips. And then back, and now they're gonna turn towards the wall, so they go like in external rotation. But I'm talking about the feet, but don't worry much about the feet. Your focus is here around the hips. So internal rotation, your toes pointing to each other, and then do the external rotation, but focus on the hips. We just want to get some mobility around the hip joint, okay? Right. Stop on that one and bend your knees, feet on the floor. So your legs are a little bit wider. We're going to keep it going, one leg each time. So hands is still on the floor just behind you for support. Bring one knee in, but it doesn't need to go too far because we don't want to lift the pelvis on the sit bone. And then the other knee in. So we're still doing internal rotation, but one knee each time. Go very gentle on that one. It's on the left one, right? That's it. Right. And then let's both legs can drop. So one does external rotation, then the other one internal rotation and swap. It is a small range of motion. Because if you go further, this is the maximum I can go. If I go further, I'm going to start moving my pelvis, my whole body. But just stop when you feel it is uncomfortable or you can't go anymore. All right. And then come back. Good. We're going to change for a mermaid seat. Let's see how we can do on the mermaid seat. Can you bring your right leg in front of you? The left leg can stay here if you feel okay for the hip, if you don't feel too much, or you can bend your left leg and sit like this. This is a mermaid seat. So if you can sit like this, go ahead, but check how is it for your hip, for your left hip. And check your sit bones. So the right leg is in front, the left leg is on the side. If that doesn't work, stretch your left leg, okay? Right, sitting like this, one sit bone is higher than the other one, what is fine, is okay. Bring your right hand on the floor, and then the left arm up and over, like we did before. Again, soften your right elbow. But now I want you to use your right hand to push the floor and try to bring the left sit bone lower a little bit more. So you're using your right hand to push and ground your sit bones on the floor. Right. So you got your left arm up, raise the left arm up to ceiling, have a look towards your left hand. Now you're going to bring your left arm down under your body, you're going to reach towards the wall behind you. So some rotation for your spine. And then again, inhale as you reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Take a breath looking up. Exhale to bring it down in under your arm, under your right arm for rotation on your spine. And then 1/3 time. Looking up. And last time, we're going to go down. And last time, we're going to go up, because from here, we're going to just push and come back and undo the legs, because we're going to do the mermaid seat on the other side. And again, okay, so the left leg now is in front, bend in front of you. The right one can be straight. Just check what is okay for your hip, okay? So you're sitting nice and tall, but one sit bone higher than the other one is fine. Left hand on the floor, right arm come up and over. Soften your elbow, your left elbow, and use your hand to push the floor. When you push the floor away, the sit bones comes a little bit low, and if you're better, stretch on the right side of your body. Nice breaths here. You're going to start moving your top arm. Inhale to reach the right arm up to the ceiling, looking towards your hand. Exhale, bring it down under the other arm towards the wall behind you. Rotation. Breathe it into the ceiling. Breathe it out, coming down. Rotation. Breathe it into the ceiling. We're going to do one more down and out. Exhale as you bring it down for the last time. Inhale to the ceiling. Now you can just push yourself and come back to center under your legs. Okay, there was quite a lot for the legs. We're just going to sit the way you are. Just make sure you got space behind you on your mat. I'm going to turn my mat. But I want you to sit a little bit further forward. So almost the end of your mat. And when you got space behind you, okay? Right. Hands under your knees, behind your legs. Space between your legs. There's a little space there, not together. Find your sit bones, lengthen your spine. So sitting nice and tall. We're going to do halfway back and come back to sit position. We're not going all the way. Inhale to prepare. When you exhale, you're going to curve your pelvis and your spine into flexion. Keep you holding your legs. You don't need to go too far. Relax your neck, stop, take a breath, roll yourself up, find your sit bones, lengthen your spine. We're gonna go again, breathe in. As you exhale, start from the pelvis, bring your tailbone between your legs. That helps on the curve on your spine. Stop halfway down, take another breath, and roll yourself up. Find your sit bones, lengthen your spine. Bring the arms in front of you now, so you're not holding your legs anymore. We're gonna go again, inhale. Exhalation, rolling back. Keep your feet on the floor halfway, breathing in. Reach the arms forwards to come back, sitting nice and tall. And one more. If you need to hold your legs, do, but just don't bring it to your neck and shoulders, okay? Halfway, take a breath, reach the arms forwards and come back. And then give yourself a little break. Good. We're gonna bring rotation. So next time you do that one, you go halfway down, we're gonna open one arm, and you're gonna switch, and then we're gonna come back forwards. You're gonna do rotation a few times, okay? So the same like before, arm in front of you. Take a breath, sitting tall, spine stretch, exhale, roll back, and send one arm, doesn't matter which one. Looking towards your hands, return. Switch, keep the sole of your feet touching the floor, switching up. And then forwards, gonna restack nice and tall, breathing in. Let's go again, start with the other arm. Breathing in. Breathing out, return, switch. Breathing in, breathing out, and forwards. Good. And then you can return, release your arm, stretch your legs. Okay. We're gonna go all the way to the floor. You've got options here. If you want to hold your legs and go all the way holding your legs, do. You can keep your hands there, or you're going to try to if the legs are straight. Or you're going to go all the way, okay? So if you're holding your legs, go ahead and hold your legs, or the otherwise, arms in front of you. Nice and tall, breathe. When you exhale, now going to start again, rolling down from the pelvis, tailbone, very slow. As low as you can. Keep you looking forwards. Keep your arms low as well. So your arms are parallel to the floor. As low as you can. So work on your core. All the way down. When your shoulders and your head touch the floor, then send your arms overhead. Right. We're going to sit down again. We're going to make the way up. If you want to hold your legs, go ahead and hold your legs. Otherwise, let's try legs straight. Inhale, bring the arms up the ceiling. When they are halfway or more, peel off your head and your shoulders. Then you're going to reach your fingers towards your toes. So reaching the arms forwards helps you. You can always push yourself. Find a way to push yourself and come up to a sitting position. Okay, this is kind of a second option. I'm going to demonstrate the first one. If you have that one, I'm going to go again, legs and arms straight. I'm just going to demonstrate the first option. First option is holding your legs, but let's everybody go ahead and do the second time. Breathing in. When you exhale, you're going to roll down again. So maybe you're holding your legs or maybe your legs are straight. Keep it going slow. If you're holding your legs, you're going to bring your legs with you. If you're not holding your legs, keep your arms low and send your arms overhead. We're going to go one more up, okay? Take a breath before you go. If you're doing arms straight, bring your arms up the ceiling and then peel off your head and your shoulders. If you're holding your leg, bring your head up, rolling up using your legs to a sitting position. Just check which one works better for you. When you sit down now, straighten your legs and go over your legs for some extra stretch around your lower back and your legs. And then restart, come back. Right, we're just gonna make it our last way down. You choose legs straight or legs bent. Is the last one, is it slower than before? So just gonna focus a little bit more on for the last one, okay? So choose your arms in your legs position, take a breath. And then again, you start from the pelvis. So exhalation helps you to curve into flexion. Keep your arms low, if the arms are straight. Go really, really slow, slower than you were before. Don't bring to your arms to your neck, okay? Keep your arms easy. And then control your core. Your eyes gaze is also forwards. Really good slow here, really good slow there. Well done, everybody. When you reach the floor, send your arms overhead for the last time. But then you can return your arms and you can bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. When you do, open your arms a little bit wide, your legs are together, and you can drop your legs together to the right and to the left side. So just gonna move a little bit leg side to side. Can you turn your head to the opposite side? So the legs to the right, you turn your head to the left, legs to the left, you turn your head to the right. Here, next time your legs are halfway through in the middle, stop in the middle, and you can bring your arms back by your side. So we can lie down the supine position. Now just check the way you walk lying down. Check your spine, how much of your spine is touching the floor. Check your space you might have on your lower back. Sometimes you have a big space, a small space, it's okay. Check your pelvis, the back of your pelvis touching the floor. Okay, arms are gonna stay on the floor as well by your side. We're gonna bring one leg on tabletop position and then the other one. So both legs are on tabletop position, about 90 degrees on your knees and your hips. We're gonna do femur arc. You're gonna lower one leg. You might touch the floor, you might not, and bring the leg back on tabletop position. Switch. Inhale to lower the other one. Exhale to pull the leg back. So you use your breath to move your leg. Okay, so it's a very simple one. It's just a femur arc. You don't need to stretch your leg. You can keep your knee bent. So just moving from the femur. Okay. How is it for the hip? That's okay. You don't feel anything.
Yeah, don't sit down on the floor. I really felt like that. Just swing the legs over to that side.
And before you didn't feel that, but like the week before, you might need to heal that. Just keep it quiet. Very gentle. Right, if you want to add a little bit more, we can do double. So we're going to lower both legs. You don't need to touch the floor and bring the legs back up. And I want you to check your lower back. Can you do the legs and move the legs without arching your lower back more than the way it is right now? So when you lower your legs, you're going to try to keep your pelvis and your spine in a neutral. That means in a quiet position. If you feel you're arching, go a little bit less. Don't go too low. Carry your flexion extension first. Right, stop your legs on tabletop position. Good, you're gonna open your arms a little bit wide just for support. Now the leg's gonna drop, right leg to the right, left leg to the right, left, but it's low. So they're gonna put away from each other, they're gonna control their way down because we don't want to drop it quickly. As far as it feels alright for your hips. And then you're gonna pull the legs back. I want you to think about your pelvic floor muscles helping your legs return. Inhale to lower the legs, they open to the side. I want you to go slow because if you don't want to drop the legs, when you finish, as far as it feels good, you can take an extra breath, but then use an exhalation, pulling from the pelvic floor, from the small muscles inside your pelvis. Okay, so I'm going to keep it going for a few more. Very easy. We just think about the big muscles on the inner thighs that they are pulling the legs back. But I want you to think and control your legs a little bit more from small muscles inside your pelvis. And using the breath is a better way to do it. So try inhale, long inhalation as you open the legs. And then the exhalation, when your rib cage gets smaller, the belly gets smaller, the pelvic floor muscles work to bring the legs back. Next time the legs are up, stretch your legs to the ceiling. We're going to track the legs straight. Breathing again, they open. They go away from each other. You can take extra breath, of course. And then you're going to exhale and pull the legs back slow. So focus on the pelvis helping your legs to come back. Breathing in on the way down. How is it?
It's very well.
And then it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, very much cool.
That's good. For the core,
Yeah.
let's ask core. Right, let's time the legs are up and together. You can stop, you can bend your knees and hug your legs. And then bring your feet back to the floor. Like the same position we were before, supine position. But your legs are not together, so there is more space between your feet and your knees, okay? We're gonna do the bridging, gonna bridge up and bridge down. So for bridging, keep your feet on the floor, arms by your side, take a breath before you go. When you exhale, press your feet down so your knees over your toes, so your pelvis floats up. Stay at the top and just check if your shoulder blades remain on the floor. You don't want to go higher than that. Right, take one more breath at the top, and then vertebra by vertebra, as you exhale, articulate your spine on the way down. Vertebra by vertebra until your pelvis touches the floor. We're gonna keep it going, okay? Breathing in to prepare. Exhale to bridge up, send your knees forwards. That means you open the front of your hips. Shoulder blades on the floor. Take one breath at the top. And then vertebra by vertebra, we're gonna articulate your spine on the way down. Next time you are up, can you stay up? So I'm gonna go up on your bridge. You're gonna hold position, but arms are very easy. We don't want to work on the arms here, only on the legs, on your core, on your glutes. Bring your arms up the ceiling for me. Keep your shoulder blades, so shoulders touch the floor. Now send your arms overhead. We're gonna circle the arms parallel the floor towards your legs. They're gonna go in circles. Inhale, they go up to the ceiling. Exhale, they go overhead. Take another breath as you circle the arms around. Don't worry much if you're not sure where you should inhale or exhale. The whole point is don't hold your breath. Just try to make it as easy as possible. If you're feeling a lot on your glutes, if you feel, oh, I'm pulling too much my glutes, can you find a way to stay on the same position, working a little bit less on the glutes? And reverse the way you're doing your arms, reverse direction. So now you're going to do the arms on the other way around, from the legs, from overhead up to the ceiling and down, and then circle them parallel the floor. How can you release your glutes? Think about your sit bones. So you're at the top of the bridge, you're working a lot on your legs, a lot going on there. Imagine your sit bones now are moving away from each other. So just move the sit bones a little bit away from each other. And you can stay at the top of the bridge doing a little bit less there. This is your last arm. Next time you bring your arms by your side, you're going to stop. And you're going to articulate your spine again, vertebra by vertebra on the way down. When your pelvis touch the floor, bring your knees on your chest and hug your legs. Rock a little bit side to side. Good. Bring your feet to the floor. You can hold your right knee, just the right leg, and stretch your left leg down. Okay, the left leg is on the floor, so you can open the front of the hip, just release the left leg. And stretch your right leg up to the ceiling. Point and flex your foot. Every time you flex your foot, you're going to feel some good stretch on the back of the leg. You can hold anywhere, just keep your hands around the leg to support. All right, bring your right knee, bring it down, bring your left knee in. Gonna switch, right leg down the floor, release the other leg on the floor. So you're opening the front of that hip. And now stretch your left leg up. You can hold anywhere on the leg and just point and flex your foot to bring some stretching. Don't lift your pelvis, okay? Your pelvis is very heavy touching the floor. Right, stop the ankle, bring the leg back, both feet in the floor, knees bent, same position we were, supine position we were before. Space between your legs, the legs are not together. Now you can cross your fingers in your hands, bring your hands behind your head, like a pillow for your head. And point your elbows to the ceiling, so you're wrapping your arms around your head, right? We're gonna do some chest lift. Take a breath before you go. When you exhale, you're gonna bring your head and your shoulders off the floor, looking towards your knees, your legs. Breathing in, roll your spine down. So exhalation to go into flexion. Breathing in as you return to the floor. And your hands are behind your head to support your head. So avoid pulling, you're not using your arms and your hands to pull your head. So I want you to bring to your head and your shoulders up using your arms, and your hands are supporting your neck and your head. This is the first option. We're gonna move over a few more. So if you can keep your feet on the floor, if there's enough for you. Or next time your head is down, just bring your legs up on tabletop position. This is also core work. You're gonna carry on. Exhale, going up. Breathing in, going down. So if your legs on tabletop doesn't work, keep your feet on the floor. So got first option, feet down, second option, legs up. And we're gonna add a few more. At the same time you go up with your hand and shoulder, reach one leg away. Return the leg, return your head down. Always return. Exhale, going up, reach the other leg away. Come back to the floor, return your leg. So exhalation to flexion, reach one leg out. Return your head, return your leg. And switch. You can do the feet on the floor. If you want to do this leg on the floor, reach the leg, return. Going up, reach the other leg. So it's up to you. So got options. We don't want to go too far now, so just chew more. Can you do a less chew? When you finish your last chew, bring your head down, release your hands, bring your feet to the floor. And again, we're gonna do another stretch. Can you cross your right leg on the top of the left? Open your arms a little bit wide again. You're gonna move your legs side to side with one leg over the other one. Be gentle to your hips, just going side to side as far that feels good for you. Keeping your shoulders, the back of your shoulders touching the floor. We don't want to roll on the arms, okay? So arms and shoulders touching the floor. So you might feel you can go further to the right or the left in one direction, what is okay. Back to center, stop. We're going to switch legs. The left one on the top of the right. So you cross, and then you're going to carry on moving his legs side to side. But you go as far as you don't lift your arms and your shoulders from the floor. It's okay. Okay, next time halfway through, stop. Stop and undo your legs. And lie down on your side. We're gonna move from side position now, sideways. So you can turn your mat, you can sit there when you want, whatever works for you, okay? Book opening is the first one, so you can have your head on the floor or on your lower arm, just decide about your head. Bring your legs up in line with your hips, okay? And then bring the top arm in front of you. So book opening is inhale, top arm going up. Look into your head, exhale to reach it back. Stay there for one breath without moving legs, okay? Relax your head on the floor or your arm. As you exhale, return your arm, return your body, close your book. Remember to relax your head on the floor or the lower arm. Again we go. Breathe it in, going up. Breathe out to reach it back. Try not to move your legs. Stay there, take another breath. Use your exhalation to return. Bring it back and close your book. Good. Just gonna go for twice book opening, so now you can push yourself up on your elbow. Okay. On your forearm. If you're doing your last book opening too, because many of you are doing your last book opening, it's fine. When you finish that one, come up on your elbow, on your lower arm. Yeah, for a side exercise, you're gonna go up on the elbow. Elbow is in line with your shoulder. It's really important to line up, okay? Otherwise, you might feel really uncomfortable on your neck. And then stretch just the top leg. The top leg is straight, not the lower one. And stay parallel to the floor. We're gonna bring it forward. We're gonna send it back. When you send it back, it's opening the hip. Forward, flex your toes, flex your foot. Point your toes as you send it backward. Right. We're going to keep it going here. Try not to move much your trunk. So we're going to try to keep it quiet. So maybe your hand on your pelvis help you to feel how much you're moving. We're going to think about moving just from the hip, from the femur, okay? Point your foot on the way back. Flex as it goes forward. Right, we're going to be cycling next. So you're going to go knee bent forward, stretch, legs straight as you go backward, like if you're cycling. Check your support arm and your support neck. If you feel squeezing your neck here or collapsing, you can go all the way down and do the leg resting your head on the floor. Okay, just check how is it for your neck, for your shoulder. This is the last one. You're gonna bend your knee and hold your foot. As you hold your foot, you can stay here, or you can pull the leg a little bit more back. So you're gonna use your arm to pull. And again, we try to open and stretch the front of that leg. But don't lift your knee, okay? So keep your knee in line with your hip. Good. And you can let go. And you can just come up to your side sitting with your hand on the floor. Yeah, so in kind of positions, your legs are together, knees bent together, feet together, hand on the floor now. It's really important for your knees to be together. You're gonna go up. You're gonna go up on your knees, on your hands, okay? So yeah, feet together looks good for everybody. So you're gonna bring it in. When you exhale, push the floor down, use your hand and your knees. So your knees one on the top of the other one. And maybe send your top arm up to the ceiling and try overhead like an arc. Right, we're going to return the top arm and you're going to sit down. When you sit down, rest your arm on your legs. Right, if you need to organize your body, do again. Go organize, but it's going to go again. Take a breath. Exhale, pushing the floor, bring the top arm up. Maybe overhead like an arm. And then return the top arm. Keep pushing the floor on your hand until you sit down, rest your arm on your legs. And you can look towards your hand, so you turn your body a little bit. Take another breath. Exhale, push and arm. And return slow to a sitting position. Good. And we are done here. We're going to turn around to the other side. And I will open the windows. I think it's quite hot, isn't it? So can everybody lie down the other side on book opening position? So your legs are stay together, knees together. Choose your head position. Oh, I won't be able to. Did I open the door? Oh, no.
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay, so book opening position, head on the floor on your lower arm, top arm in front of you. When you're ready, breathing in, top arm goes up. Exhale to reach it back. Remember to keep your legs where they are, knees together. When you open your book, take another breath. Use the exhalation to return. Release your head and your neck. We're not holding the head up. We're going to go for 2 or 3 times. Breathing in as the top arm goes up again. Exhale, reach it back. Take another breath. Exhale, return. If you've done twice on the other side, you do twice now. If you've done 3 times, you can do your last one. Okay, because some of you did 3 times, so go ahead for the 3rd. If you've done twice, just let's make it equal. I'm just gonna go twice. And then when everybody finish, just push yourself up on your elbow, your forearm, okay? So when you finish your book opening, we're gonna go up on the elbow. And you're gonna line up your elbow with your shoulder. Just have a quick look, spread your fingers on the floor. Knees can be like that because you're gonna stretch just the top leg. Top leg straight, you're gonna go forward like a side kick and send your leg backwards, straight. As far as you don't move much your trunk. Forwards, you flex your foot, point your toes as you send your leg backwards. And be aware about moving your trunk. So maybe you can have your top hand on the floor for balance, because we don't want to move much the trunk. You can have your hand on your pelvis to check how much you are moving there. Focus on your femur, on your hip. The range of motion is up to your hip. Right. And you're going to move on for the cycling. Okay, so next time when the leg goes forward, you bend your knee and goes forward. Stretch your leg and it goes backwards, leg straight, like if you're cycling. And again, check your neck and your shoulder and your waist. It's really important. If you're collapsing, squeezing, uncomfortable, lie down the floor. You can do the leg, the cycling leg on the floor. Last one. When you finish that one, bend your knee, you can hold your foot or your ankle, and you can pull your leg a little bit backwards if that is all right for your knee. Enough that feel a good stretch on your side, on your hip. But don't lift your knee, okay? Knee in line with your hip. Lovely. Okay, we can let go. And just do a little push with your elbow, your arm, to come to a side sitting with one hand on the floor. So your legs are kind of in a good position. Knees are together, feet together, and you're on your hand. Good. Right, so when you're ready, you're going to breathe in to prepare. When you exhale, push the floor, use your knee and your hand to come up. So on that position, you can bring your top arm up as well. And maybe sitting overhead like an arm. Stretch, enjoy. Come back slow. As you come back, you're going to sit down, rest your arm on your legs, looking towards your hand. Right, breathing in. Breathe out to push the floor up like a plank or overhead like an arc. Come back to a sitting. You might sit down, rest your arm on the floor. Don't hold them. And one more, take a breath, push the floor. Check how is it for your shoulder, for your arm. If it feels too much pressure around your neck and your shoulder, don't do that one. As you come back now again slow, you're going to rest your arm and you're going to sit down. And then you're going to lie down. All the way, lady, all the way, gentlemen, all the way down the floor. On your tummies, so you can rest your forehead on the back of your hands. As you are down there on your hand, resting your hands, can you reach the legs away toward the wall behind you? And slow bring the legs down. Inhale to reach the legs away. Exhale to lower your legs. Right. You can stop your legs for a second. You're going to change your arms position. Can you bring your hands and your arms by your side? If the palm of your hands touching the floor. So palm of your hand are touching the floor. We're going to use your arms now. Reach the arms towards your feet. They peel off your chest from the floor. And then slowly turn your chest and your arms down. Inhale as you reach the arms and chest comes up. Exhale, return. And you can bring your legs on it. You can do the same legs we did before. Breathing in, reach arms, chest, and legs like an arc. Exhale, slow return. So this is the dart. It's just for your lower, your upper spine, your thorax. So don't worry to go too high. I want you to keep your belly and your lower ribs touching the floor. And also, you don't need to look up to the wall, okay? Keep you looking to the floor in front of you, so you don't need to bend your neck. Do your next one maybe stay up? Can you stay up and breathe? Remember, you're not looking to the wall, you're looking to the floor. You're breathing like an arc. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself all the way down. Hands on the floor, on your shoulders, put yourself up on your knees, and sit back on your child's pose position. Right, and when you're ready, come back on your knees. Okay, before we carry on, can everybody stay a few more minutes? Because we start a little bit late. Can you guys stay a few more minutes? Can you guys stay a few more minutes? If you're not, of course, you're free to go. Otherwise, you're just going to stay for 3 or 4 more minutes, okay? Extra. Right, so hands and knees on the floor. So you're all in all four position. Space between your legs. The legs are not together. We're going to go for cat and cow. Dropping your head in your tailbone. Push the floor down. Curve your spine into flexion. And then inhale as you move into your spine extension, looking up, tailbone up, like an arc. And again into flexion, pull the belly button in, push the floor down with your hands. And inhale into your extension. Just go on your own time. This is for your spine. Spine mobility, release lower back pains is really good. Try to find as much flexion as you can in your whole spine. And as much extension as you can in your whole spine. And next time you cross the middle, halfway through, can you stop? So neutral spine position, like a table. And I want you to stretch one leg out and tuck the toes. Just one leg and tuck the toes on the floor. We're done moving your body anywhere else. Just stretch the other leg out and tuck your toes. So you're going to go on your plank. If you don't want to do on your hands, bring your elbows on the floor and do your plank on your elbows, or you can bring your knees on the floor and do a plank on your knees as well. So just choose what kind of plank you want to do. Keep it looking in front of your hands. There we go. Stay there. Okay, that one really close a little bit more. So you don't feel your lower back. Right. If you're still on your plank position, we're gonna count down, okay? Stay with me for counting down. 100, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down, child's pose. Of course not 100. Okay. And slow, come back up on your knees again and circle a little bit your hands because we're going to go for one more on the hands. Is one more plank. Sometimes it's slippery if you've got socks. So if you want to remove your socks, do. But you're going to do a plank like before and you're going to push the floor into a pike. Go back in a plank. So just going to be moving plank and pikes a few times, okay? It's really good for your whole body mobility, right? So when you find your plank position, go ahead and find your plank. Stay there for 1 or 2 breaths. It's up to you. When you go in your pike position, use your hands to push the floor and send your pelvis as high as possible and keep it looking towards your feet. And then when you come back on your plank, your shoulders are in line with your hands and you're looking at the floor. And then you go again, push the floor, send your pelvis up, stretch your arms, keep pushing. And then come back. So you can do 1 or 2 more. One more time. Go for the next position you are now for the next and last one. When you finish that one, you can bring your knees down and you can sit down. So when you finish, just make your way to a sitting position. Just take your time, come to sitting. For sitting down, you can have your legs crossed if that works for you. You can have your legs in front of you. Just find a position that is comfortable. Sit bones on the floor. We want to sit nice and tall. As the circles for your shoulders, they go backwards, up and around, backwards. It's gentle again, so it's not pulling any muscles around your neck. And then stop your shoulders anywhere that feels good for you. We're going to go for the neck, chin down towards the chest, stretching just the back of your neck, very gentle. We're going to do circles, low and gentle again. You can do 2 circles, so the same direction. And then reverse and 2 more circles on the other way. And when you finish all the circles, find your center, come back to your center. And then you can shake it out. Because we are done. Thank you so much, everybody, for doing the class today. I'm so sorry for the online. That was the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna try to sort it out for next week. Have a good week, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.